Alright guys, what's up? Welcome back. Today we're talking about Call of Duty Vanguard. Is Vanguard worth buying? Is it worth purchasing here in March of 2022? Currently, at the time making this video, and hopefully it's still going on, there is a sale where Vanguard is $21 off on Battle.net, so that's on PC only. As far as like Xbox goes and whatnot, I don't know. So if you're considering purchasing Call of Duty Vanguard here, do watch this video and obviously go in with your own expectations and your own opinions, but I do want to shed some light on some things you may or may not be aware of. This video is not going to be super long. I have other videos on the topic, so if you're interested in like a more comprehensive video, there are other videos out there on my channel, so go check those out. I do want to talk about multiplayer essentially. I'm not going to talk about the campaign or zombies, and I'm going to talk about more so some of the newer stuff that they've added into Vanguard since, I guess, my previous videos. I made videos back in, I think, November and back in like January. So every like couple of months, I'll make a video like this, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. So as with tradition, let's start off with the pros. Actually, before I do, I just want to call out that you guys are watching some Vanguard ranked gameplay here. I'm playing Hardpoint, and it's pretty fun. This is one of the pros of Vanguard is ranked play. Personally, I think the matchmaking is pretty good in this game in terms of giving you good competition. I wouldn't say that me and my team win every single game. I wouldn't say we lose every single game. It is pretty split, and it's usually pretty close. I've seen a lot of hardpoints go 250 to 240, or Search and Destroy goes 6-5. You win or you lose by one round. I see a lot of that stuff. We don't really lose and get stomped a lot. We don't really win and completely dominate that much either. So the first pro, honestly, is ranked play. It's good in this game. I like most of the maps. It's Search and Destroy, Hardpoint, Control. Once you learn the spawns, once you learn how people play, it becomes just a game of positioning and gun skill, and that's kind of what is fun about Call of Duty. Trying in ranked games actually makes sense versus casual games doesn't really make that much sense, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Speaking of the gameplay, I just want to touch on it. The gameplay itself is fine. It's not necessarily very good. It's not necessarily very bad. It's just very mediocre. There's nothing special about it, but there's also nothing terrible about it. There's nothing like about Vanguard that makes me want to like hop on every single night, aside from like League play. Aside from that, there's really nothing that's keeping me playing this game over and over again. Honestly, like if there was another game that came out that was very fun, and there was like a rank system for that or something, I would probably play it over Vanguard. There's nothing special about it. Alongside that tradition, alongside that mentality, the perks, the time to kill, even the kill streaks are all very vanilla. Again, nothing special about it. Like they're all relatively balanced, I'd say. The time to kill's a little fast for my liking. It's very similar to Modern Warfare 2019's as opposed to, Black Ops 4 Cold War's time to kill. But when it comes to perks and everything, like it's pretty balanced. Flak Jacket, Ghost, all that stuff's in the same tier. Your Ninja's in like a different tier, but that's got some competition as well. It's fine. It's not bad. It's not like one perk is like dangerously overpowered or like there's a must-run perk. I feel like Ninja is kind of a must-run perk, but like some people you don't need it. Some people you can use lightweight or something like that. Actually, Ninja is in the same tier category, perk category, as Flak Jacket and Ghost. So that's actually really good balancing there. So nothing really to complain about when it comes to perks. I would even dare say it's some of the better perk balance we've seen in recent Call of Duty years. But at the same time, there's nothing special about it. And honestly, I only have one more pro left in the category, and it's that the SBMM in this game is not that strict compared to what we had in Modern Warfare 2019 and Cold War. I think I've said it in a previous video, but if we're ranking skill-based matchmaking in terms of like the recent Call of Duties, like 0 being non-existent and 10 being like you have to sweat every single time no matter how much you try, I would say Modern Warfare 2019 skill-based matchmaking rating out of 10 would probably be about a 7. It's pretty high, but it's not the highest. Cold War, I would say between an 8 to a 9. I'm not even kidding. Cold War SBMM is super, super thick and very noticeable. You just hop on, you probably get one good game that's very easy, and then immediately after, you're just punished with sweats and stuff. It's really annoying on Cold War. But Vanguard, honestly, it comes back down to probably like a 5, maybe even a 4. I feel like I've noticed that the skill base in this game, maybe there's just fewer people overall playing Vanguard, but it's very manageable. It's very not annoying to play this game, Pubs. I would say it's easy to play Pubs. I would say Pubs is probably the easiest in this game compared to recent Call of Duty games because the competition is just so non-existent. There's just so few good players playing this game, or I don't know, maybe we just got better, but like at the same time, if we got better, you know, there should be people who are also better that we're playing. Maybe not all the time, but it shouldn't be the case to where we just stomp people the entire time. That's just not supposed to happen. So those are actually all my pros for this game, and now we have to get into the cons, all right? And honestly, a lot of the pros were very like, this game isn't bad, it's also not good, you know? Like, it's very negative sounding. And unfortunately, that is the case. If you look on, you know, Reddit, on Twitter, on YouTube or Twitch, very, very few people are playing Vanguard. Very few people actually enjoy Vanguard. There's just not a lot to grind for, not a lot of incentive. Let's talk about that first, right? If you're a camo grinder, if you like doing challenges for calling cards or anything like that, the challenges, I hate to say it, are a joke in this game, okay? They're either insanely difficult or annoying, and it's just not play tested. You know, you could tell right off the bat, like get I don't know, 50 long shots using like these weird attachments. You can tell nobody did this. Nobody tried it. It's just, it doesn't belong in Call of Duty. I don't know who's considering this, who's thinking this is a good idea. I don't like it, man. I really don't like the idea of like, you know, sitting back for a million long shots. Like, it's just not fun. All right, just get it out of the game. We don't need it. Nobody likes it. Nobody's enjoying this. So I'm not a fan of that. I would much rather, you know, just do like longevity challenges, like get 10,000 kills with this gun. You know, that could take forever. That could be really fast depending on how good you are. It's just a matter of your skill, as opposed to these current day challenges. They're just a test of like your patience, really. It's just, can you be in shipment for 20 hours a day? Can you do this for, you know, 5 hours a day? That's all it is. It doesn't mean how good you are, how bad you are anymore. Along with that, we also see like huge packet bursts, huge lag issues. I know people who've been lagging since the game's launched. My personal experience hasn't been super laggy, but I am on like a wired connection. I do have pretty good internet. But I know people who have good internet and all that, and they don't have good experiences, man. They aren't enjoying this game. A lot of people have dropped off. A lot of my IRL friends didn't even bother playing this game. Some people played it just for Warzone. It's just not a good experience in that department. Along with keeping up with the theme of, you know, bad experiences, developers are pretty slow. These Sledgehammer devs are very slow to respond, very slow to update things, and I'm not a huge fan of that, all right? They were very slow to fix and add ranked play, right? Like, ranked play did not come at launch, which is very mind-boggling to me. Like, how can you launch a Call of Duty game in this day and age without ranked play at launch? It turns so many people off, you know, especially if you're like a pro and you had to wait till February to start like practicing, start scrimming and playing, like just terrible decision making. I just don't get it. I really don't understand what the point of that is. If it's not finished, you know, like delay the game or whatever. I can't get on board with the whole, you know, oh, we'll bring it to you when the game's like about to die. No, that's not gonna work. Hopefully Modern Warfare 2 does not do that, because that is just not a good decision. Something else that is not a good decision: constant crashes, dev errors, scanner repairs, anything you can think of. People have to restart their app, whether on console or on PC. Nobody's safe. It's just a mess over there. Constant crashing. Lobbies take forever to join on your friends. You guys notice that? You know, I don't know. Maybe you haven't because you haven't bought the game yet. But for people who have this game, you probably noticed that lobbies don't start right away. Sometimes they're just trying to find like a skill-based matchmaking lobby for you. But sometimes, you know, there's no explanation for it. You just can't join on your friends, and there's no reason for it. I don't understand how you don't fix that. As far as like a beta goes, or like a launch night, okay, fine, I can maybe excuse it. But guys, we are in March here. The game launched in November. This is still an issue. How do you not fix something this basic, this inherent to the game in 6 months? Speaking of another huge fix that took way too long, aim assist. Aim assist was broken for people using a certain perk, I think it was Cold-Blooded if I recall, on controller. So like if you were using Cold-Blooded against a controller player, they literally didn't have aim assist against you. You could get away with so much stuff. And people on controller rather, they couldn't play the game. They really couldn't, because like half of your like that's not skill, but like half of your like, you know, advantage is just gone on controller, and you just get wrecked completely. So man, that was dumb. I think one of the last things I want to mention here about being dumb is the map rotations. They don't seem to work. You know, you literally get the same 4 to 6 maps the entire time. There's 20 maps in this game, even before like Season 2 came out, right? So there's a ton of maps, there's a ton of content in this game. It's just people can't experience it. there's no reason why, it's just like, it's not like, oh, we're just waiting to put these maps back later. No, it's just these maps should be in the game, but you're not seeing them for no reason. And so you end up playing, Dome for 6 games straight, or Dome and Oasis, or I don't even know whatever the maps are. I forget half these maps. Berlin, Hotel Royale, I guess, stuff like that. Overall, guys, I talked for a long time. You want to hear like a general consensus answer, right? Is Vanguard worth buying? I'm gonna come out straight up and say no, all right? Unless, if you were like, honestly, here's what I'll say. Vanguard is a good game for people who like sweat in Call of Duty. And if you're a sweat in Call of Duty, you have already had it. If you're considering it, it means you're not a sweat at Call of Duty, and that's fine. But it just means you're not gonna enjoy it, because this game is made for competitiveness, right? Like, it really is. There's no other reason to continue playing this game if you're not trying to compete in it, because the pubs is super boring, the camo challenges are super dull, so there's no reason to do those things. I just wouldn't recommend it. It literally doesn't incentivize you to keep playing. It's just a meaningless grind at the end of the day. I can't get on board with like supporting this. I can't support endorsing this. My firm answer is no. Vanguard is not worth buying. Even on discount, even on sale, I would still say no. Do not get this game. Spend your money on something else. Go spend your time on something else. That's more important. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I do appreciate the recent support, and I'll see you on Thursday for my next one. Check out the video that's just going to show up on the end screen right here, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.